We've moved on from the Algonquin region now and are up in Georgian Bay on Lake Huron, and we've hired a cabin on this headland behind us, which is only accessible by boat. Of course, working from a boat has its difficulties, but also its opportunities. It's a real test of my image stabilization shooting from a boat like this. Fabulous morning, beautifully evocative morning. I'm being taken for a ride here. This is Grace Lake in Killarney National Park. Just over the ridge to the south of us here is Georgian Bay on Lake Huron. So that's Lake Charlton, and over this way is Georgian Bay on Lake Huron here in northern Ontario. Here on trips like this we love to stay in these kind of cabins, of which this one, Bearskin Lodge, is just typical. It's got this fabulous lakeside location. We've got our own boat here to get around in. Our vehicle has been left parked across the bay there, so everywhere we go by boat. And come in and see our lodge, or our cabin. It's a typical Canadian log cabin, really. We just love staying places like this, actually, because it gives us the independence. We can cook for ourselves, we can come and go as we want, and of course they're always or usually in great locations. So this is our log cabin this time around. We're here for 4 days, and it's got everything we need. It's even got, would you believe it, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi and wife.
And kitchen. So we're having great fun staying here. So I've photographed a fair few autumnal leaves over the last 10 days or so, but they're really coming to their prime just now, as you can see from this fantastic colour of the maple leaves behind me. What draws me to this particular shot is the colours, the trees, the graphic shapes, and the backdrop of that beautiful rock there. which is so typical of this area of Canada. I've been experimenting with using a little stopper filter and a polarizer to give me quite long exposures, and a bit of breeze here this morning to give a bit of motion blur on the leaves as well. I think it's working. I think it's quite a arty picture, great fun to do. And of course, although it's a dull overcast day today, that kind of lighting is perfect for this picture. So Wendy, you've been to many trips to Canada. How's this one to Ontario been for you?
It's been quite a pleasant surprise actually. Having been to other regions of Canada which are mountainous and full of wildlife, I didn't expect there to be as much wildlife here. And also I was surprised by the fact that so much of the people here live in and around the water. Most people have got a kayak or a motorboat, and it's just a way of life. And I've really enjoyed that aspect. And also the otters and the beaver that we saw, we were very privileged to spend quite a bit of time with them. So I've absolutely loved it, really relaxed, and I'm looking forward to coming back again. So this is the French River.
Yep. Recollect Falls. This seems like a great place to wrap up this particular adventure in Canada. And what an adventure it's been. Coming back to Ontario was always going to be interesting due to my links with this area from my childhood. But this trip's just confirmed again what I've always known, that Canada is an absolute paradise for landscape photographers. There's just so much space, so much scope. And Ontario in particular has so much attraction to it, particularly this time of year in the autumn colours. But it's not just about photographing the autumn colours, those incredible red maple leaves. It's about the lakes, the rivers, the life on the water, and of course the wildlife. We've had some fantastic encounters with otters and beaver in particular, and of course under the night skies as well. It's been a great trip, and I'm sure we'll be back.